Okay, Uallas, hi, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so to start off, what is your name? How do you know me? And who are you? Tell us a little about yourself.
My name is Uallas. I met you on Omegle.
Mhm.
I was there trying to find people to talk because I think there is a good place to develop my English mostly. So I'm Brazilian, but I live in Canada. It's been 2.5 years that I'm here. So yeah,
Very
that's it.
cool. So what brought you to Canada from Brazil?
Uh, so I came here because my partner came to Canada to study. So I came with him. So I started working here as a software engineer, and yeah, that's what I'm doing here.
What is it about software engineering that you like?
Uh, I don't know. I think the thing that I most like in software engineer is the possibility of creating things, like creating apps, websites. This kind of subjects have always caught my eyes. Like when I started using the computer and mobile applications, I always wondered how they're made. So
Hmm.
I started the university. So I studied for 4 years, and then I I got a job, and some few years later I came to Canada, and I'm working with this as well. So yeah,
Do you miss Brazil? Where in Brazil are you from?
I'm from Belo Horizonte, which is the capital of Minas Gerais. Uh, it is a state close to São Paulo. I
Okay.
believe that most of the people in the world, they only know São Paulo and Rio.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. Those are all I know, and Brasilia too. Just those three.
Yeah, that's right. So you asked me what I miss from Brazil.
Yes.
Uh, I think that my family, yeah, mostly my family. Uh, I talk to them by the internet. I call them by video, so that helps me to live here without so much uh,
Yeah,
missing
without being
feelings, right?
homesick. Mhm.
Yeah, without being homesick.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
Do you have a big family back home?
yeah. I have big family. Most of them live in the same city that I lived, but I have relatives all around uh, the country.
So were you the one who kind of ventured out into the world and everyone looks up to you?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it scary for you?
Uh, no, actually, I traveled to the USA in 2015 to go to Disney.
All
Yeah, and in
right.
Florida, right?
Yeah, that's right.
so,
Uh-huh.
so after that, I wanted to travel abroad again, but I've never intended to really live in another country. But it only happened, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Let's see. Was your family, your mom and dad and brothers and sisters, were they supportive of you leaving or did they want you to stay?
Uh, they are supportive, but mother, they always wanted us like close to them. Uh, I'm talking about the Brazilian experience because I don't know how it is this relationship with between mother and kids in other countries, but in Brazil, uh, the longer you stay in their home, the better for them.
Yeah, here in America, I think it really varies, you know. I think some families are, you know, they say get the heck out, you know, but then others, you know, especially if your parents are older, they may want you to stay around to take care of them, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I think it depends.
yeah,
Do you find that that Canada is very different from Brazil?
yeah, yeah, definitely. Especially talking about the safety, because here in Canada, I can walk on the street with my phone in my hands. I cannot imagine doing that in Brazil because I'm certainly going to be robbed. Like,
Really?
yeah, it is more like how can I say? Here, I've never experienced any type of uh, crime like this. In Brazil, I've been robbed like twice, and I experienced some other situations.
Wow. Was that is that normal? That's normal there.
Uh, it depends on the city you live.
Mm.
I think in Rio de Janeiro is a little bit worse than my city. But if I go downtown in my city, I have to put my cell phone on my pocket or on my bag all the time. So if I need to check my cell phone, I cannot stay on my phone like distract. I have to be aware of everything that is happening around me.
What do you think is it about Brazil, or at least the places that you lived in Brazil, that made it so that made the crime so bad?
Uh, I believe this is related to the social difference. Like we have few people, they are rich, like really rich, and most of the people aren't rich or
Yeah, they're
I don't know.
poor, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah. We have more poor people in Brazil than here, for example.
hmm. Well, what are the things? What are some things you like about Canada, and what are some things you don't like?
Uh, what I most like here is the safety, as I told you. What I don't like here is the winter. Yeah, because I really love summer, and in Brazil it is summer almost all year, and here we only have 3 months of warm weather. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the advantages overcome the disadvantages.
Okay. Hmm. Do you think now how long will you be in Canada, you think? Or in Toronto?
Uh, I intend to be. I don't have. I intend to be here permanently.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my permanent residency.
Well,
So uh, that's why I'm going to take an English class tomorrow
mhm.
because getting enough score, I can apply for the permanent residency, and then I can live here without the necessity of a permit because now I only have a work permit,
Mm,
and it has I have a date to be here. You know,
I see. How long have you been in Toronto?
I've been here for 2.5 years.
Wow. Your English is great. It's
Oh,
wonderful.
thanks.
Yeah, yeah. This
I
is
hope I hope it helps tomorrow.
yeah, yeah. Fingers crossed, right, for you.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. So now living here, after living here for 2.5 years, well, here meaning like, I feel like Canada and America are very similar in many ways. So I'm grouping us together. But what do you think are the things that really that Canada and America need to improve on compared to some place like Brazil?
Uh, that's a difficult question. Let me see. I don't know. In Brazil, I feel that people are more welcoming than in America, for example. Here in Canada, Canadians, I know they have they are famous for being welcoming and nice person. I don't know here in Toronto specifically because here is more diverse. So I think in the countryside we can find uh, this welcoming feeling and
Hmm.
this kind of things. But when I went to America to to Florida, I didn't. I don't know. I didn't have this welcoming feeling. You know.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah. What can people do you think, to be more welcoming? What can a person do?
Uh, for example, when you ask some question to somebody, uh, I don't know. I expect some smile or
Yeah.
anyway. The
Yeah,
person,
not
the
like
person, yeah, the person doesn't need to necessarily be like, "Whoa, yeah," smiling, like, but at least a nice face, you know.
yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's absolutely. I think it really does depend, because if you go for the first this past summer, last summer, I went to Nebraska for the first time, which is in the middle of nowhere, right? I don't know if you know anything about America, but Nebraska is like in the middle of nowhere. And people were so nice. They were like, everyone was talking to us in the grocery store. And it's different from New
Wow.
York City. I lived in New York for a few years, and if you talk to someone in the supermarket in New York, they just look at you like you're insane.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think this this feeling that I have about Americans is related to the country, to the whole country. Maybe it is
Hmm.
related to regions, specific regions, or even the place that I've been. Not as a, but for example, in a city, you can find nice people, you can find grumpy people, you can find all sort of type of people. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another question too. You mentioned that you have a partner who is a man, I'm guessing, right? And
Yes.
do you feel like Brazil versus Canada, that that in Canada it's more welcoming of gay culture?
In Canada, yeah, definitely yes.
Okay.
Yes. Here, for example, when I when I was finding looking for a job, I started working at a company here, and in the job interview, I told everybody that I had a husband, and nobody had a reaction. It wouldn't be the same in Brazil. It
Mm,
wouldn't in Brazil. I couldn't say that. Of
mm.
course, in Brazil, it is legal. Everything is legal, but uh, people aren't so comfortable to experience a gay couple or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fascinating. That's fascinating. Mm. Yeah, is there anything else that you think is really important to mention for you, or what? I guess my question is, for you, what is the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning? What is a conviction or an important ideal that you have in your life?
Well, uh, I'm not the kind of person that really think about about this kind of things. I
Cool.
only you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, when I wake up in the morning, I I only want to do my job well because I really like my job. And yeah, I just
Cool.
leave.
Yeah, good, good. I need to learn that from you. I need to learn that from you because sometimes I wake up in the morning, I think, why am I getting out of bed today? Um, but yeah, everyone has their. I think that's great. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there any other thing that you would like to say before heading out?
uh, Not really.
Cool. All right. Hey, well, this was great. It was nice talking to you. I hope that everything goes well
Thank you.
with your English test tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. What
Um,
nice to talk to you.
yeah, and so what I'll do is this will convert into an MP4, and then as soon as it's on YouTube, I'll send it to you. You'll probably
Yeah,
get it
perfect.
before you'll probably get it before 10 p.m. tonight. And also, if you could, when you're watching it, subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely. I'll subscribe it.
Great. And then, if you ever feel the need to want to say something that you think the world needs to hear, you can send me an email and you can come back on and do another one. Okay?
Okay.
Hey, have a good night, okay?
You too.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.
See you. Bye.